Hello everyone, I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 16th of October 2023. Now, there are several videos that I see circulating on social media, has been going around, of what seems to be a man who has somewhat of a grudge against media personality Miss Kitty, who has recently got married to an attorney at law. I think his name is Ian Wilkinson. And no one knew that Miss Kitty personal life, that she was actually in relations with someone and she was engaged to be married. Persons have been pouring out their congratulations and stuff like that. Now, this particular individual came to the surface many months ago, and he was showing his disdain for Miss Kitty in that his personal encounter was taking her out on a date, and she ordered 2 plates of food, and that she was greedy. And he was also coming at Miss Kitty based on her professing on her talk show program, or on her, or whenever she's on air, that women must not get with men who are unsuccessful. Women must not get with men who aren't financially stable, men who can't do anything for them financially. They should not get with them. And also, women should not be giving a man who is a boyfriend treatment of a husband, which is taking care of him, providing a meal, cooking his meal for him, taking care of his clothes, make sure that they are clean, give him a wonderful plate, or a clean plate, palatable plate to eat out of, rather that he should be eating out of a styrofoam plate or foil paper. That's what a boyfriend should be doing, should be getting. A husband, rather, should get all the beauty, the accolades, and the wonderful things that make it a wholesome husband and family. So, for the most part, a lot of persons were agreeing with her. A lot of persons saw it as an eye opener. A lot of men, on the other hand, disagreed with her. They didn't support her argument. A lot of men were basically unmarried, because this is a misogynistic society that doesn't believe in marriage, it doesn't promote marriage. And because of such, a lot of men felt somewhat of an unease because they're in informal relationship, being unmarried. So they thought that Miss Kitty was coming at them, and what she was saying was disrespectful to men. I, on the other hand, have come at Miss Kitty, have uploaded my video, but my video was in reference to an argument which Miss Kitty put forward, of the situation wherein she's going after people who aren't educated, when she is attacked on social media by various people. She go after people who aren't financially stable, and she goes after people who aren't educated, who have absolutely nothing to do with the disrespect that she got on social media. So that's where my angle was coming from. And I also put it to her that her representation in the media is a stereotype of which she may or may not be aware of. But when there's monetary gain behind it, a lot of people will do everything, are willing to put everything aside, because they believe others out there won't pick up the stereotype, the mommy stereotype, the loud hoochie stereotype. And that's what the caricature of who Miss Kitty plays into. And so that was what my video was about when I spoke on Miss Kitty. Now, in this situation, I can't say I disagree with Miss Kitty. I have to agree with her. I believe that marriage is something that's wholesome, and it should be promoted in society. Informal settlement, shacking up, and all that have resulted in what? It has not only resulted in poverty, it increases crime and violence, unplanned pregnancy, all those nuances, all those negative things, are negative nuances and ills of the society, of what informal relations contribute to. Mother is in Trelawney, father is in Clarendon, or somewhere else with another woman getting her pregnant, just the same as how we left this one pregnant. And you have broken household, two different rules, if there are even any. Mother can't talk to children, father can't talk to children, and so it just trickles down into the wider society. Kids go to school, they become problems to teachers, problem to other children, and so you see they go and they prevent other people's children from learning. So this has no good ending. And this is what Miss Kitty was actually speaking on. Yes, she was a bit fanatical, and she was a bit what should I say, flippant at the mouth with her comment and how she put it forward. But was she lying? No, she wasn't. Now here lies this man who has been making what look like the 100 video going in on Miss Kitty based on the 2 plate of food that Miss Kitty ordered on a date. And you speak about you're highlighting your character when you really constantly be talking about taking out a person date or a woman on a date and she orders a lot of food or something like that. It speaks to your character as an individual. Like there are certain women out there that will settle for certain things. Why would you go for a woman of Miss Kitty stature? Every woman is not the same. Why would you go for a woman of Miss Kitty stature, which she not only caters to fine dining, but she most likely gonna want more than just one item on the menu to eat. You understand? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. She's a female, she's a woman. Women like their appetite. Women like when they're happy, they'll eat. And such is the case. If you don't have something on your mind bothering you all the time, bothering you or becoming a problem to you, you are happy, you are contented within yourself, you're going out somewhere, you are going to eat. Or if you can't finish the meal at the designated time, while at dinner, or while at lunch, or wherever the case may be, you take it home. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not sure what's his mental unease that he's having why many months later he feel the need to upload a video and constantly going in. Now I see he's referring to women as bitches, PUSSY, pussy seller, prostitutes, them who are coming at him and who are over all these pages, the pink wall and all sorts of pages that are going at him. Sir, you put yourself out there and you choose to put yourself out there in that light. You understand? So clearly the same way how you're saying that Miss Kitty has been bashing men and calling them all sorts of names and going at men who are poor and saying that women shouldn't go after any poor man, and you're labeling her as a prostitute. She should have been prepared for the backlash. You should have also prepared for the backlash. Obviously, you're unprepared for it because you're constantly paying attention to the negative reactions or the negative ramification that came with your argument. You understand? I'm sure there are several persons who might have supported your argument, no matter how skewed it seems. You're not focusing on them. You're focusing on the insults that are being hurled at you. And people are calling you mama man, people are calling you this. I don't think that you're a mama man or anything. I think you're a goddamn nincompoop. Because for you to come many months later and be quarreling about food and this and that, and you're calling women who want to be in a relationship with a man who gets their SHIT together and have something going for them, you're calling them prostitute, then something's clearly wrong with you. I find it also strange. Why is it that black men are the only race of men who are labeling women as prostitute because they want a man who is financially stable? Why is that? You get with a white woman, you get with other women from other race. You have no qualms. You have no beef providing and taking care of those women. As a matter of fact, you're bringing your money to the table to show them. You're bringing her out. You're taking her places. You're making these women feel as if they are queen who deserve a crown. They could very well be prostitutes just the same. But you aren't concerned about that. You see the hair and the skin tone and you label these women as prized women, as trophies. And so you have no issue going out for them. But once it comes to a black woman, she must not have any standard. She must settle with just about anybody out there who can protect her, who can provide for her, who can do absolutely anything in the book for her to help make her whole, to show that he's a husband material, to show that he wants a wholesome family, a structured family. She must settle with just about anything. And then years later, you guys are on social media attacking black women that they want Pookie and Ray Ray. They want the guy from down the road who has nothing offering, who has 3-4 baby mothers. You constantly labeling them. And the 3-4 baby mother guys, are you same one? Is the same one? I'm also looking at you, sir. You look like you're pushing around 60 years old. You look like you're pushing 60 or 62. I'm looking at you, which possibly in the same age group as my father because he's in his 60s. I'm trying to imagine my father on social media speaking this way about a woman or any woman for that matter, calling them prostitutes because they want a man to take care of them. My father took care of my mother. And whoever it is that he was with after her, he also took care of her. So what is the issue? What is the issue? I can't imagine my father in his wild dream coming on the internet and be bantering and going at women and want to get into a social media diatribe with women about taking care of them, about them being prostitute because they want this and they're greedy because they order 2 plates of food. I'm trying to imagine my father doing that. And he's a flawed individual. He has his flaws. But that's just not something I can imagine him saying about a woman. And even if he was thinking something like that in his wild mind, he certainly would know better than to come on social media and be saying that. So you're not looking too good. You're referring to a lot of women out there and calling them Virago women, and they are like the Queenie over in England who is going at it, and these women represent Queenie. You're sounding like the brother of Queenie. You're sounding like the male version of Queenie. You're telling women to go and suck their mother. You're telling them about the PUSSY stink. You're telling them about them big underneath and all this. These are the things that you are saying. These are, and as bad as thing is, I've never heard Miss Kitty spoke that way about any man. I've never heard Miss Kitty spoke that way about any man out there. So what exactly are you highlighting? Because you're not even representing the polar opposite of Miss Kitty in a wholesome way. You are representing the male version of Queenie. So you are contradicting your own self. You're not looking too bright. You're not looking too well. You're not looking like someone who is heading somewhere when it comes to advancement. It seems as if you're locked into these mental ass backward behavior of men who have this archaic mindset about women, while at the same time they want a modern woman who is about her money, who is about her job, who is about her responsibility, who is about a family. And at the same time, she must have this old traditional mindset wherein a man is the head, the bull, the cock, the king. She should know that she should provide for him a 3 square meal, take care of the household, provide for his clothes, and at the same time, she don't complain about anything. And when she want 2 plates of food, then that's going to be create unease for you. This is worse than broke people talk. Jay-Z doesn't talk that way, and I can't think of any man who is in their 9-to-5 job that is sensible, that's going to come on social media and speak the way you do. The hell? And I've seen even men out there who have cautioned their daughter not to go onto a man who cannot take care of her. There are men out there who have told their daughters, do not go onto a guy who is not doing anything for her. Do not go onto a guy who doesn't believe in marriage. Miss Kitty was out there promoting marriage. When it was time to beat her, I beat her. I spoke about her. I came at her based on her argument. But no, we have to agree with what she's saying. When she's deserved, when she is worthy of her glory, we give her glory. When she's worthy of her flowers, we give her flowers. The woman is out there promoting family and wholesomeness. What the hell is wrong with you? Hypergamy, the black race and the black woman is the only set of women in the world who do not support hypergamy. A lot of women who claim and lean into a lot of programs that are for women empowerment and pushing women forward are women who were divorced, or women who were abandoned by men. They lack family, they lack love, they lack a children, they lack everything that puts them together as an individual. And so they're scorned women, they're very bitter, and they sit in a corner and they're okay. They're okay with not being around a wholesome family because they simply cannot get one. So they turn to other women, they turn to each other and all of that. We know that. And it's also okay if a woman chooses to be single, because not every woman is mentally equipped to be a mother. Not every woman is want to be a mother. Not every woman want to be a wife. So, and that is perfectly fine if she has made that decision. So that would have been a woman who avoids what? Relationship. She doesn't go out there and tricking men into marrying her, into taking her serious, into wanting a wholesome relationship. It seems to me that you guys want benefits that you aren't prepared to be. You want the privilege of being a man. Like I've said before in another video, you want the privilege of being a man, which means that you can smoke, you can drink, you can party, you can have sex with whoever it is that consent to it. And I'm getting to that consent in a moment. You want to have sex with whoever it is that consent to it, but you don't want the responsibility of being a man, which comes with being a father, with being a husband, a responsible individual that takes care of the household, a person who gets a goddamn job, clap himself into somewhere, or establish some means of sustainable income, some wholesome and legitimate means of sustainable income, and someone who is an upstanding citizen, a nation builder, who contributes to the development and production of society, and also respect himself, respect other fellow men, and also women. What exactly are we getting at? Not only that, I saw a snippet where someone screenshot wherein you are saying that they need to lower the age of consent to 14 years old because there are so many 14 years old who aren't virgin. Now we see what's happening. You're sounding like a pedophile. What is your purpose of being concerned with the genitals of a 14-year-old? Why would you want the age of consent to be lowered to a younger age? What's the gain in that for you as a man who look like, as I said, you're pushing 60 or you're in your 60s? What would be the gain for you? See, this is what happens when men do not want responsibility, but they want the privilege of being an adult. They can be in control. They can take this, that, and the third. And at the same time, they can prey on vulnerable people. Vulnerable people would have been the young. So that's why I want the age of consent to be lowered. So they can prey on vulnerable people, young, misguided people. So when they prey on them now, what they do, they just move on to the other and leave that person broken. That person is become broken because they were exploited and there was nothing to gain after, and they move on to the other and the other and the other. So this is a mindset of men who are on the internet and pushing something forward. You understand me? But these guys in it are their women who are selling their body and saying that they are prostitute. Why would a woman be a prostitute if she practices hypergamy? What's the purpose of a man? It seems as if the Black community have lost the idea and the notion of the fundamentals of being a man. And this is why I'm a little bit upset about men who understands, who knows, who are intelligent, who are advanced. Why don't they come forward so that they can be a mentor? They can teach these kind of things. They are feared for being labeled. They are feared that their skeletons will come out. We all have skeletons in our closet. None of us are perfect. I'm certainly not perfect. But at the end of the day, I'm using my voice as a reason. I'm using my voice as a reason. And I don't see the purpose of this individual being on the internet. You're spewing hate. Obviously, you're anti-woman. You do not like women. Fine. You understand me? Now is a perfect time for any man, in particular Black men, to be a homosexual, to come out of the closet, to live their life openly. What's holding you back? What's holding you back? Nobody has said that you should come and you should cater to a woman. If you are homosexual, you have no business doing that. You don't need to speak on that because you simply do not sound like an individual who want to have anything to do with a woman. So what is your problem? Miss Kitty, you spoke, remember, you came out months ago. You didn't say it was within that month that you took Miss Kitty on a date and she wanted something. You spoke of a time period when you took her out and she ordered 2 plates of food. What the hell? Get over it, move on. She wasn't supposed to eat. You are dating a large woman. She's going to eat more than the average. That's just how it is. Hello? A lot of large people tend to eat more than the average person. Many don't. But because of their other issues that they have dealing with, they tend to be bloated. They tend to gain a lot of weight for whatever reasons that could be underlining issues. But for the most part, we know people who are large, they tend to eat more. And you're calling out Miss Kitty physical feature. You're also calling out your husband physical feature. Excuse me, sir, do you have a mirror? You are morbidly obese. You are bald-headed and you have what we call a mash mouth. You are in no position to speak on anybody who is unattractive or not. Zero position. You need to get a mirror. You need to get your act together. The Bible speaks about the foolish elders. And you're the epitome of a foolish elder. Because all that you're speaking about is foolery, nescience. It's going nowhere. You're just badgering and sounding miserable. Because this woman went out with you, she ordered 2 plates of food, and for whatever reason, she decided that she's not going and taking it any further. And you're mad and you are holding a grudge until this day. I just spoke about it that all of us have been rejected at some point in our life. Didn't I inject myself in it and say that I've been rejected before? And I pick up the pieces and move on. So what the hell is wrong with you? At that age, sorry, you're old enough to be my father. At that age, what the hell? And then at the same time, like I said, you are attacking these women and saying that they're a representation of Queenie. These women support Queenie and follow Queenie. The virago, vulgar, nasty women who sell pussy, women with this, women that. And those are the type of women who beat men with drawers and beat men with this, beat men with that, and all those kind of things. You are sounding exactly like the male version of Queenie. You are sounding like them, and as a matter of fact, I won't even get into it. You are sounding like the male version of Queenie. You are not sounding good. You are not sounding like someone who has 2 wits to them. There are men out there who are actually complaining about you and the videos that you're uploading. There are men out there who are speaking out against it. And I guess you guys want to label them simp. You understand me? Because they don't support your argument. So once a man takes care of a woman, in particular a Black woman, he's a simp. He's supposed to take care of every woman. A white woman, if he gets with one, he's supposed to take care of an Asian woman, a Chinese Indian woman, if he gets with one, a Latino woman, you understand, European woman, if he gets with one. But once he comes to a Black woman, he should not take care of her. The Black woman should go out and work, get her act together, and come home and be a wife to you and have absolutely no gain from it. No gain from it. There's absolutely nothing. The most remote part in the world, I've spoke about this so many times, the most remote part in the world, if it's even a stool you have to bring to offer in order for them to get, in order for you to get the family's daughter in marriage, you have to, if it's even that you have to bring to the table, else they're not going to give you their daughter. So I guess the woman is a prostitute. The daughter would be a prostitute according to your logics. If I'm going by your logics, the daughter would be a prostitute. And the family would be what? You understand me? Pimp. What nescience? These kind of logic are very dangerous reasoning. You are scorned, you are upset, you are all tired through miserable, and you have, it seems as if you haven't gotten your life together and something is seriously wrong with you. I wouldn't want to know the type of woman that you are with, because clearly that woman would have lost her marbles to know that her man, her husband, or boyfriend, or lover, whatever the case may be, is sitting, because that woman is probably a beard. That woman, if you don't know what a beard is, you can go and Google it. That woman most likely, I guarantee, is a beard. That woman is a beard. Now, do I agree with the behavior of these women who are on Pink Wall, who are on all these? No, I don't. I've spoken about them. But you are the one in the line of fire right now. Do I agree with their behavior? No, I don't. No, I don't support that behavior. But you are not you are looking just like them. If you put on a dress right now, we couldn't tell the difference between you and those Virago women you speak of. You need to grow the hell up. Grow the hell up or get lost. Something is seriously wrong with you. You need help. May you find peace in the next life that you certainly can't get in this one. Because something is seriously wrong with you. Something is seriously wrong with you. The woman is married and has moved on with her life. And you're going to caution the husband that he should make sure that he sign a prenup. I'm sure that if he's willing to sign a prenup, that's between him and his wife and whatever. What you need to do is make sure that you don't find yourself in litigation with anyone. You understand me? That you're coming out on the internet and you're attacking and you're saying all these caustic words to describe people out there. That's what you need to go and make sure. Or make sure that whoever it is that you're getting yourself involved with don't come forward and speak of their experience that they have with you to put you in further disrepute. Your reputation, I'm saying, in further disrepute. That's what you need to worry about. That's what you need to worry about. There's nothing wrong with promoting marriage. There's nothing wrong with promoting family. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You just have a problem because you want the benefits of a husband, because the era of tricking women has done dead over and through, and you just want to revamp it, and it's not working. And because of such, Miss Kitty's a voice pushing wholesome relationship. You are creating an upheave. It's showing you're showing your disdain, and you don't like what is being said. Just grow the hell up and move on. You're not running anything around here. And you're sounding like a borderline pedophile based on the screenshot that was posted of what you said, that the age of consent should be lowered to 14 because 14 years old aren't virgin. Do you have an interest in the vaginal cavity or the genitals of a 14-year-old? What would be the purpose of you saying that? Are you a father? Would you be interested in someone lowering in the age of consent to 14 so someone your age can have sex with your daughter or your son or your child, whatever it is that may be? What are we getting at? What are you getting at? You see how dangerous you people are on the internet? Very dangerous. You people are very dangerous, are very destructive. Very destructive. And it's high times that they start monitoring the internet very closely and start bringing in people into questioning and investigate them, because the agendas that a lot of you guys are pushing are very dark. Very dark. But one just need to follow you carefully and see. One just need to follow you carefully and watch and see what you're up to. That's all I got to say about it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. God bless you.